Imagine this. A factory has 25 quality inspectors. They inspect every product, every batch, every shipment. At customer complaints continue. Reworks continues. Scrap continues. Management keeps asking, why is our quality still poor? Now let me ask you a simple question. Can inspection create quality, or can it only find problems after they have already happened? The answer changes the way world-class organizations operate, because great companies don't inspect quality into the product. They build quality into the process. Today, we will discuss why inspection alone is never enough, why quality must be built into every process, how world-class organizations reduce defects before they happen, and how your organizations can move from inspection-based quality to prevention-based quality. Let's begin. Hello everyone, I'm Sagar Naik, founder of Swadesh Quality Management Services. Welcome back to the channel. Today's topic is one of the most powerful principles in quality management. Many organizations believe that more inspectors mean better quality. So, whenever defects increases, they hire more inspectors, increase inspections, add more checkpoints, create more reports, but the quality still doesn't improve. Why? Because inspection cannot create quality. Inspection only tells us whether quality has already been created. Real quality begins much earlier. It begins inside the process. Let's understand why. Let's take one simple example. Imagine you are baking a cake. After the cake is baked, you test it. It is too salty. Can testing the cake make it better? No. The testing only tells you there is a problem. The real quality was created or destroyed while preparing the cake by choosing the right ingredients, following the correct recipe, using the correct temperature, and baking for the correct time. Manufacturing works exactly the same way. Inspection tells you the result. The process creates the result. So what does build quality into the process means? It means designing the process so that defects become difficult to create. Instead of depending on inspection, we depend on stable processes, standard work, correct machine settings, proper training, preventive maintenance, visual management, mistake proofing, process controls, daily reviews. Quality becomes part of the way we work, not something we check at the end. So what do you mean by inspection? Inspection means examining a product after it has been produced. Its purpose is simple. Separate good products from bad products. Inspection is important. It protects the customer. But remember, the defect already exists. Material has already been consumed. Machine time has already been used. Labor has already been spent. Inspection cannot recover those losses. So what are the limitations of inspection? Let's understand limitations. Inspections can detect defects. It cannot prevent them. Inspection can reject products. It cannot improve the process. Inspection can reduce customer complaints. It cannot eliminate the causes. Inspection is reactive. Quality built into the process is proactive. That is the difference. Why organizations depend too much on the inspection? Because inspection gives quick answers. A defect is found, rejected, recorded, problem appears, solved. But tomorrow, the same process creates the same defect again. The organization becomes trapped in a cycle of produce, inspect, reject, rework, repeat. That is not continuous improvement. That is continuous firefighting. So what are the hidden costs of inspection? Every defective product has already consumed raw material, machine time, operator effort, energy, planning, production capacity. Now, additional cost begins. Sorting, inspection, rework, replacement, extra documentation, customer communication, meetings, management attention, all because the process has failed. If quality had been built into the process, most of these costs would never exist. So let's take one manufacturing example, real example. Imagine a company manufacturing plastic bottles. At final inspection, inspectors find that many bottles have incorrect weight. The bottles are rejected. Production blames quality. Quality blames production. Meetings begin. Now imagine another company. The filling machine continuously monitor bottle weight. The moment weight starts drifting, an alarm appears. The operator immediately adjusts the machine. The process returns to normal. Very few defective bottles are produced. Notice the difference. The first company controls the product. The second company controls the process. How quality is built into the process? Quality begins before production starts. It begins with the product design, the supplier selection, the raw material quality, the machine capability, then standard work, the operator competence, then process monitoring, then preventive maintenance, then daily management. Every step contributes to quality. By the time inspection takes place, quality should already exist. So what is the role of standard work here? Standard work creates consistency. Everyone follows the same method. Variation decreases. Error reduces. Training becomes easier. Predictable processes create predictable quality. Without standard work, everyone develops their own way of working. Soon, quality becomes inconsistent. So what's the role of process control here? Instead of asking, is this product acceptable? Process control asks, is the process performing normally? Machine temperature, pressure, speed, cycle time, critical dimensions, these are monitored continuously. Small deviations are corrected immediately. Defects never get the chance to grow. So what's the role of Poka here? One of the strongest ways to build quality into a process is Poka, also known as mistake proofing. Imagine a connector that fits only one way. Wrong assembly becomes impossible. No inspection required. No reminders. No operator judgment. The process itself prevents the mistake. That is quality built into the process. So what's the role of daily management? Quality should never be reviewed once in a month. Great organizations review quality every day. Morning meetings, production reviews, quality dashboards, visual management, abnormality reporting, problem solving. Small issues are corrected immediately. Daily management prevents small problems from becoming major failures. Why world-class organizations think differently? Companies known for operational excellence do not rely mainly on inspection. They rely on disciplined processes, stable equipment, capable people, standard work, visual controls, preventive maintenance, root cause analysis, continuous improvement. Inspection is still present, but it is no longer the primary method of achieving quality. The process becomes quality system. What is the role of leadership? Leaders often ask, how many defects did quality find today? A better question is, what changed in our process today? Because defects are only symptoms. Processes creates symptoms. Leaders should spend more time improving processes than reviewing inspection reports. That is where sustainable quality begins. So what are the practical steps to build quality into the process? Step 1, standardize every critical processes. Don't allow unnecessary variation. Step 2, identify critical process parameters. Control them continuously. Step 3, implement mistake proofing wherever possible. Prevent errors before they occur. Step 4, train every operator using standard work. Consistency creates quality. Step 5, maintain machines proactively. Stable equipment produces stable quality. Step 6. Use inspection results to improve the process. Don't simply reject defective products. Step 7. Review quality daily. Small corrections every day prevent large failures later. So let's understand about Swadesh Insight. One lesson I have learned after working with many manufacturing companies is this. Organizations often invest heavily in inspection, but very little in process improvement. They celebrate finding defects. Instead, we should celebrate preventing defects. Every rejected product tells us something. It tells us that somewhere the process was allowed to fail. The strongest organization don't depend on inspectors to produce quality. They depend on disciplined systems because quality is not an inspection activity. It is a management responsibility and it is built every day. So, my final message, if there is a one lesson I want you to remember is this. Inspection protects customers. Processes create quality. Inspection tells us what already happened. Processes determine what will happen next. Every defect found during inspection is evidence that the process had an opportunity to improve earlier. Don't build an organization that depends on inspection to find problems. Build an organization where processes prevent problems, because real operational excellence begins when quality is built into the process, not into the inspection. And that is exactly why I always say quality is a daily management system, not a department. If you found this video useful, please like the video, share it with your production team, your quality team, and your leadership team. Subscribe to the channel for practical insights on quality management, lean manufacturing, operational excellence, daily management systems, ISO management systems, and business transformation. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.